Mic test check. Mic test check.
I am not Paul. I am not Paul.
Get the vacuum cleaner. Vacuum cleaner.
I get something like that.
Where is it? There. Open that place now.
Take people there outside. Where the second one? Stay here now. This one is not. Believe me. 444.
So that means if you finish, you come out from here.
Oh, yes, yes. Talking at last, I will have to.
We go start learn. I get the concept. Sure you get it, but come inside. God bless you. Thank you. This is a special pass. So we have sticks for sale. Sticks there, I beg you. You want to buy? Discount 225. Very good. This rate sweet. Rent stick. My don't start. So this you're welcome to Drum Tech. So we're starting like next 3 minutes. They must send you receipt too. Otherwise, they'll blow you. No, now, all this will be fake. No go make sense. It's not about it. For your own safety, we can go live on IG to pay people. But if they are saying, look, you know, okay, they watch online. Yeah, so for your own, we don't be for you.
2, 1, 1, check 2.
Expand it.
Better now.
Yes, they are tight.
But it's fine now. Should I bring it outside?
It's good, it's good, it's good. So once we which part stick?
Anyway, we want we get you be around now. You be our boss.
Yes.
So you like understand. Commit after. Nice to see you guys coming out to support your bros. Many people can do that side. Where is that far? This is Lamba to Kafo. You know, the chief priest Cubana of our.
Welcome everyone.
No, Ingo, you do it now. Oh, yeah. Okay, after the performance. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Look.
let's go. Are we set?
Listen to me very carefully. I'm a dominator. Trust it.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everybody. It's nice seeing every one of us. Everybody's looking amazing. Okay, first of all, I want to give a big shout out to SOS Drum Tech. It's actually the best we have in Africa. And I want to say we are privileged to have a one-on-one relationship with him. And okay, without wasting much of our time, we are behind time. So my name is Samson Okuru, Mr. Sam, CEO Instant Daily Drum. And so I'm privileged to be your anchor for this evening's event. So also want to do a big shout out to Reflex Studio. This is actually my first time. This is actually my first time in this studio, and they are doing an amazing job here. The sound is good. They have a good environment, and so we encourage everybody out there to, if you're around Lagos, if you can even travel far and wide, the studio is open. Just their contact details will be on their social media platform. All right, without wasting most of our times, because we didn't start according to the time we were supposed to start. So we just want to do a brief introduction, like a very brief one, like a very quick one. I don't know who's going to help us with the camera to move around. Okay, this mic can actually move around. Like very quick, what we're just going to be doing is just that I just need your name. That's just what we need, and so we don't spend much time. So I'm starting from you, sir. Your name, sir?
My name is Sheyi. My name is Victor.
Emmanuel.
Praise. Praise. Michael. Paul.
Oluwaseyi.
No, sir.
Wisdom.
Michael.
Ezekiel.
Ido.
Okay, so we have amazing guys in the building, and for some of us that are not here right now, I know we are not missing out. We're already participating at the event live, and the same feeling we are having here, you're also having it wherever you are and wherever you're watching from. So I want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for participating with us. And one thing I'll assure you that Sam XOS is an amazing guy. SOS Drum Tech is an amazing guy. And for some of you, if you are not following him on the social media platform, kindly check out the social media platform. See what he's doing there. This guy is it's mind blowing. And so far, so good. What is on the social media page is nothing to compare with meeting in real time. And some of us are not here. We are one way or the other. We're kind of missing. So, without wasting more time, I want us to, with wherever you are here. Please let's join our hands together as we make welcome SOS Drum Tech. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Oh, okay. Wow. My name is Samson Godspower, and everybody knows me as SOS Drum Tech. So, I'm excited to be here today with everyone, and for some reasons, this event was actually, I think, Paul pushed me to making this event happen. Shout out to Paul. Because I remember when he came to the house, he has had this conversation with me like several times. I told him, anybody that's interested in becoming a better musician will definitely find value. Do you understand? For this. So he said, let's push it out. I can mobilize people. And it happened on a day, I think it was even an evening, I don't know the day, I can't really remember, but he posted on the status saying that, okay, if you really like SOS to tutor us on so and so, you guys should send an indication. So a lot of people started sending in. It's not going to be paid though. Sorry, it's not going to be free. It's going to be paid, and no wahala. So there were a lot of people from different places, even outside Lagos, like that. And I was so shocked that he told me that he has been able to gather up to 30 persons. And after then, it was increasing from 30 to 50, from 50 to 80, from 80 to 100, from 100 to 120, thereabout. I was really shocked. But not everybody, could, find reasons why they should be here. So, right now I want to say a very big thank you to my mentor, somebody that really pushed me out, Mr. Wale Adeyemi. Yeah, so that was where I started from. I remember how I was so eager to, meet someone who is very good in the field to push me out. I think it started in 2015 or so. Yeah, I actually quitted my job and pursue what I wanted as a career, but it never happened that way. So when I spoke to him about it, I was supposed to undergo a training for 3 months, but it didn't happen. I did just, I think, 1 month, and after then, I left. So before I even left, I told him something. I said, sir, I want to be the best drum tech in Africa, at least one of the best drum tech. He prayed for me and he said, it will happen. So I left. I started making research. I started practicing. I started saving money for a lot of materials. I started picking up scraps. I started recreating and, trying to become a better person in the society or trying to impart it to the society. It's not easy. People laughed at me. People were just mocking me and everything this one they do. You're just wasting your time, But throughout the journey, things changed. And after then, a whole lot of people saw that the solution I was bringing into the society was what was going to resolve the problem they were having. Then I started traveling to fix drums, repair drums, do so many things, and so far so good. it all turned good. So I want to really say thank you to everyone that has supported me, everyone that believed in me, everyone that looked up to me. There are some certain questions that I know if they ask anyone around there, I don't know. But sincerely speaking, today, I'm so grateful to be in your midst, to teach you, not to showcase my skill, but to impart into you. So, welcome to a day out with. Let's say it now. Welcome to a day out with. Let's say it again. Welcome to a day out with. All right. So SOS Drum Tech started from an idea. Then I shared the same thing with, I think, 2 of my friends, making 3. So we had to, they loved the idea, but, everything has to do with how can we start. So we all came together. We thought of a company name, and we said, okay, let's use the first letters of our name. I used my own, which is Samson, S. Then the other person, Otitoju, used his own, O. The other one was Samson, Drojai. He used his own S. Wow. So that's how we came, to make that name, SOS Drum Tech. So at some point, everybody left, and I was left alone to, keep pushing. And today, it's all over the place. So I want to really give God the praise. And also, I want to appreciate Mr. Reflex. He has been an amazing person. Yeah. And my wife. Yeah. My friends. You guys know about pop music, funk music, old school music, 90s, 80s, and you think about how these people are able to produce a sweet sound that complements that kind of music they're making. You think they just come and say, okay, we are using Evans. What kind of Evans? Did you just give me any Evans? No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so now this is Remo. Like I said, we have them in different series. This is Remo. Why I chose this Remo is because I wanted a different sound entirely. And as you can see here, we have it on, I think this is Remo Weather King Fiber. Evans has their own series. Yes. That's called Calf Tone, made from animal skin. Now, you can actually produce vintage sound out of these drum heads. Do you understand? But because we don't know the use, even if we go to the market and we sit in the store, we just say, maybe this kind of drum head with the use. This one will be a better one. It must be Evans, either 360 or Onyx or G2 or G1. You don't even know why it's G2 and G1. You don't even understand why. Why do you choose to even use Evans HD Dry? Because the same can buy HD Dry. How is it? Why? You don't even know the purpose for it. And at the end of the day, you come and you say, I don't buy them. My guy, see what you buy for church. The drum head are white. Fortunately, you don't even know what to do. And after putting it on your drums, you don't even know how to tune. It feels like you just wasted the whole day going to the market, come back to the church, set up the drums, and it's sounding whack. Now, Evans HD Dry, why they called it HD Dry was because if you are able to check properly, you see some vents on it. What I mean by vent, holes. There are holes on the edges. But because you fail to understand what purpose that particular circuit is used for, it doesn't matter. Why do we use HD Dry? Okay, now let me explain the purpose. The purpose for HD Dry. Now, the air vent on it helps reduce overtone. When you play a snare and it's sounding, ooh, ooh, now that means there is no escape for the air inside the shell to come out, apart from the air vent on the shell. If we have other space where the air can actually escape from, it will reduce how the sound would be. Let's say, for instance, give me a drumstick. So, this doesn't have air vent on it. There's a difference without the ring. So, for the HD dry, they have an inbuilt ring inside the rim. Even aside from the air vent on it, the HD dry has that inbuilt ring that helps dampen the sound. Do you understand? And if you still have to put papers, sellotapes, grab tapes all over the place just to make it look extra dry, you are not getting it at all. You should be able to understand how to go about it. Read, study, know how to, instead of just trying to work your way, because you are seeing a whole lot of people putting papers, sellotape, tissue, and so many other different things all around just to dampen the sound. No, it's not. Professionally, they have different things that can help you with that. We have moon gels. Yes, this are moon gels. As little as this thing is, it's very, very powerful. Of course, you might have nothing, but it's called a gel, and it absorbs sound. This also. Then we have the ring. Aside this, we have them in different sizes. This might look like a trash, but it's very, very powerful. Do you understand? Now, just to make it much easier and understandable, Lambert, please come. So Lambert is going to play the snare, and we're going to see how it sounds like. Without the ring now. So now with the ring. How does it sound? How does it sound? Now, okay, if I choose to maybe use a moon gel, let's try it. At least I would have even come with enough, but let's just see what this would definitely do. Take out the, take off. You can play without the. So let's try the moon gel on it. You find the perfect spot though. So just try it and no, not under the top. About that. So do you now understand the purpose for moon gel and O-rings? Thank you very much, Lambert. Back to the other thing I have to say. Please help me with my bag. That one. Yes, thank you. I had some things written down. It It's an educational class. Still on Evans. Evans drum head. Here's the dry. If you check properly, it always comes in a pack, right? But a whole lot of us just remove the drum head inside, fling the pack away. Why? Because it's not useful. Black mind is like, my mama come up with it, the be that thin. And after then, put it on your drums and you're good to go. Did you study before even buying? No. Did you make research? Did you watch any videos to check out how it sounds like, the durability, the quality? No. And for church music, we do mostly, how will I put it? Let's say we do the rock kind of thing. Jam, 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 jam. Yeah, we don't usually do the soft, unlike the Hillsong kind of church pattern. Get this kind of music doesn't require so much power. But for church, here's the dry. It's good. I'm talking about for snare. Here's the dry. It comprises of 2-ply coated surface. This feature has 2-ply of film in a combination of 2mm over tone control, which means for the hazy dry, there's always a ring inside to help in dampen your sound. And the air vent helps control your overtone. So it helps takes out those overtoned sound from the snare out of the air vent, while the ring also accompanies it. So now, it's ideal for rock and metal music because you will not want to use something that, if you watch a lot of metal music, you see them, it does not, their sound does not do. If you watch them properly, you see when they hit it, it's always dry, like that snare, always dry, always dry, always dry, except for the extra things that they have around. But for them, it's one of the most important drum heads they use. And it has short sustain and also has a good attack and also dry vent. The emerald external mounted, the emerald drum head series for Evans. The external mounted adjustable dampening. If you get to see the emerald drum head, it always comes with this round foam kind of thing. It's used to dampen the sound when attacked. Do you understand? Instead of it to ring, yes, that foamy kind of thing helps to, keep the sound within, so as not to have the overring. Then also tone control. Then drive and I've talked about that. Also for the power center series, the external power patch. If you check, there's this series for Evans that has black patch on it. How many of us know about that? How many of us know about that? Huh? You know about it, right? But you don't know why it's there. Some of us would like to even peel off that thing to see, is it maybe sticker or something? But there's a purpose for it. But because you don't know, you feel it's not useful. Now the reverse dot. Reverse dot is always good, and a lot of us feel that drum head no be kind of drum head I want to use. Do you know that reverse dots last long? How many of us knows? How many of us know? I'm asking. Reverse dot drum head. Is that? It lasts long, yes. No matter how powerful apart from when we are having alignment issue from maybe your tom or your snare and one side pulled out, it has a long lifespan. I'm not saying that for 10 years we'll be using it to, do you understand? But it lasts longer. Then the hydraulic, like for your colored drum heads, more like the Evans, the blue, the red, We have hydraulic glass. Who knows that? For Evans. Have you guys seen it before? Hydraulic glass. If not seen it before, oh, check on whatsoever they have there. Many of the time, the MD complains that our drum head doesn't last. And I feel bad because if the drummer understands the purpose of why we are buying this particular drum head, we shouldn't be having this issue. Now, a lot of us come to church with our drumsticks to do what? To do what? We are using 2B drumsticks to perform or what? Just to showcase power. Now, if you look well, you realize that the drum head does not actually need so much power. If your drums is mic'd, tell me why you are adding so much pressure. So what is now the essence of having a drum mic on the drums? You want to tell them that you are there. And after playing, you find dent on the drum head. A drum head that costs about 85 or 75,000 naira. And before church, we gather that money. They'll tell you, we are buying this thing, take. And after that Sunday service, you are coming and say, that, sir, our drum head, how do you think the church will feel? They see the drummer as what? Huh? How did they see the drummer? Talk now. You don't know, and the drummer doesn't know how to. Is it because you don't know how to tune? There are a whole lot of things. Somebody say ignorant, that's fine, yes. There's a whole lot of things. How do you tune? How do you tune? What kind of drumstick do I use? It's because we have been prone to 2B, 5B, 5, all of those things. And because we want a stick that is heavy, how can you use a heavyweight stick on a drum head that does not even need so much pressure? Now, we have different techniques. I'm not supposed to divert. We have different techniques, right? Which is what? No. Arm technique. I can't hear you guys now. Speak louder. Wrist, arm, finger. So, what do you use? All of these things put together, just imagine, what do you use? So you use your arm. It's the Calvin Rogers you are watching doesn't have that kind of strength to be flogging. And if you see them, you feel, okay, from afar, maybe from the video, you feel maybe they are doing so much. Or maybe because he's sweating from his head, you feel he's performing. Yes, you feel he's performing. So if you go and check out his drumstick, you would not, you say, you know, if you use that kind of drumstick. So understand all of these things. A weighted drumstick for 7, 8, we have original drumsticks, yes. Even the fake ones that you're talking about, if you select them properly, you still see the ones that have weight. Yes. But because, all of these things, due to factory error, producing in mass, demand, a lot of things will happen. Do you understand? I've been able to, go through all of these things, check. And when I see fake stick, I will say, this thing at 500. But because of the weight, I was like, okay, I'll go buy them. It's not because it's fake, but because I was able to make them, like, to see how, this one is good, this one is too light. I don't like the way, I will select them and I'm good to go. That doesn't mean I'm buying cheap sticks all the time. Do you understand? But because of my experience, I check these things out and I want to know why people feel it's not good enough for them. Do you get? So, as I was saying, where was I? I was talking about the technique. Now, our drum heads, a lot of people feel if we tight and we play, it must sound that, make you hear that. So we have to tighten everything. Just tighten the whole thing just to make sure that we don't get that ring. And at the end of the day, we'll still put tape after tightening the whole thing. Because what? We don't want to hear that. But fortunately, your drums is supposed to breathe. If it's not breathing, you are just killing yourself. You won't enjoy it. You won't enjoy it. Now, tightening the drum head just to make sure that it does not resonate too much. Feels like, okay, if I'm trying to get a different sound entirely, I know that is just the reason. But for the whole kit and everything, just where are the depths? You feel tightening everything would give you that, and go and listen to yourself after you finish playing. Okay, listen. Does the drum sound fine? Doesn't. Because you feel tuning it. Why this? This was actually a tom. I converted it to a snare. And I can use it for two purposes. Tom and snare. Now, I'm having a fiber skin on it. So if I decide to play without the strainers on, and it's sounding like a percussive drum, right? Yeah. Now, if I choose to tune it up or tune it down a bit, so let's see. But mind you, this is what fiber skin. Yeah. A lot of us doesn't understand what fiber means. Just hold on. So now, cow skin. It's called fiber because we deal with different animals. You've seen different type of animal skin now. Like if you are seeing your local drums, you see antelope skin, goat skin, hair. Yes, they use for conga. Yeah. So all of those things, put together. At the end of the day, you still get something good because you know what you're looking for. But now, let's just try and see what this would give to us. I'm still pitching it down a bit. Let's see. Does it mean that this thing can't serve me? So if I want to use this for tom, I'm good to go. Isn't it? Yes. Now let's just imagine that I have to use it has a moon gel already. So without the moon gel, let's hear. So let's see what this ring will do. Any difference? Huh? Yes. Do you understand what I just did? So now, if I put back my strainer, now, this has turned to an auxiliary snare on its own. So I'm getting different sound, different purpose, different tone from this particular piece with me. So, but if you don't understand any of these things, you're on your own. Do you understand? A lot of people feel if I don't buy an expensive drum, I don't think I'm a professional. I can actually use a Premier England drums, because that Premier England drums can actually do something. But because I don't understand what the shell of that drum, can carry me for. I can be so creative with my shell, and I think I like my pattern of music, and I want to use this particular drum. Yes, because I know what I want. But for the reason that you don't know anything, you just feel, I know if you use Yamaha drums. I'm just talking the Nigerian kind of Yamaha drum, so because of that, you feel it's inferior. Now fake, now China, I cannot use it. It's a no, sincerely. Yeah, some of these old Yamaha drums, and if you see them like, why the shell makes sense like this? Not the recent ones they are making that is white though. Do you understand? But those old ones, you see them a very solid piece. And if you use them for something good, you would enjoy it. That aside, then there's some. Okay, I was going to talk about tuning, but before I talk about tuning, because a whole lot of us feel we're having issues. Everybody has different technique of tuning, isn't it? Am I correct? Yes. Now, that tuning thing, I'm going to explain. But before I explain, I want to do something. Mr. Lambert, you would just do an anatomy of what you have with you. Okay? You understand what I mean? Yeah. All right. So the piece, the snare with Mr. Lambert is you can bring it out. Let them see. So the snare with Mr. Lambert, as you can see, it's a Yamaha what? Mapo. This actually is a custom piece made by what? By what now? By Yamaha. Then it was actually a tom, but I converted it to a snare. And before the conversion to snare, it was I made it for this like all these big snares. I made it for recording. Maybe you want to do maybe all these Hillsong kind of song. Yes, you can record with it. You know their snares are not dry. It's always fat. Yeah, all this kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, I thought like I have to resize this thing, and let me see if I can drill some holes in the shell. And at some point, I realized that I'm having a different sound from when it was all closed. So he's going to play the snare. He's going to play the snare in different ways. 1, with the strainer on. 2, without the strainer. 3, with the rings on it. Then 4, without the ring. So you listen. Now, this air vent that I made here were for a different piece entirely. But because of the purpose I want it for, it really, really came out fine and fantastic. I know a lot of people think, why do I think like this? How do I think? I'm so crazy when it comes to sound. I can do anything possible or the impossible. But right now he's going to play it without the rings on it. Yes, without the rings on it. Without the rings. Yeah. Yeah. Can they see you? So without the rings on it. Are we listening? Yes. So let's play with the rings. Hold on. Now, if you listen to this sound, do you know that this is the kind of sound you hear in hip songs? Yes or no? I'm not hearing you guys. Now, this particular piece could serve you for 3 different purposes. You know, if it takes the ring off, it can serve you for a different kind of music because you might want that buzz. You want that over ring because the music requires it. But because some music doesn't require too much buzz, you have to dampen it a bit. So, without the strainer, yeah. And take off the ring. All right. So, with the ring. So how does that sound? Good. Now let's go to the floor tom. Without the ring. Without the ring. With the ring. Now hold on. What is the difference? What did you say? No, I'm talking about the floor tom now. Yes. Okay. Without the ring. Now with the ring. Hold on. Okay. It sounds cooler. Now, why is it sweet?
I think the brightness from overtones. Probably.
Are you sure? Why is it sweet? Who can answer that question? Why is it sweet? Why does it sound good? No. No. Why does it sound good? No, hold on. Relax. There's no magic. See, it's just pure logic. Simple. Now, if it was not properly tuned, why does the drum sound good? You see, because there are a lot of rings on it. So that was why I was asking, why does it sound good? Why is it sweet? Do you understand? Now, this is a 14-inch by 8. Yes. And I think it's Cabra, or it's Cabra, right? Premier Cabra. Yes, Premier Cabra. And anybody that says na Premier drum, I know they like them. Carry and go. But this is a foreign product. It's not your Nigerian. Nigerian does not produce Premier Cabra, you understand? So we have the professional Premier in land. Hope you know that. Yes. So can keep it. So from what I've been able to put together now, the purpose of having this particular cymbal is, shout out to Sentence Cymbals, please. Yes. Having this particular piece, most times is not because I want to showcase my cymbal